Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. Guess what? It's nearly Christmas! Do you know what I've wanted to try for a while? This icicle nail stuff. So we are taking Mirage 3D sculpting gel from Madame Glam. Did you buy anything in the 50% sale? Let me know. I want to know what you've bought. I've got some new things from them that I'll show you. Well, I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, you can get money off. You can still get 30% off, a whopping 30%, using the link in the discount link. Why do I always say that? The link in the description and the code MISSJO30. So I'm taking this, and why am I picking it up with this tool? Don't know. Guess I'm a bit of an idiot. Why am I pressing it in with this tool? Please see the sentence before. So I'm going to switch to a silicone tool. I think I've put too much here, and my tips for this bit would be don't press it, don't put too much. You might be able to get away with doing it with like a rubber base, so it's not as thick under the nail. I put too much on, and I was spreading it out here all the way up to the sides. Don't spread it to the sides, because when we put the cling film over it, or I think I'm going to use just a bit of a sandwich bag, it's going to, when we start poking it around, it's going to press into it. And when it presses into it, where does the stuff that you're pressing move everything else? To the sides. So don't go all the way to the sides, because you'll end up with bits poking off the sides, which I did and had to file off. So I'm using some, what are these, tweezery type things. Oh dear, Lara's just messaged me. This could be another 56 messages in 30 seconds. I'm using these just to poke into them and turn it over and check every so often if you want, and then cure it. Pull it off. There we go. If you've used something that has a tacky surface, you can top coat, but like scrub top coat. You know, don't fill in all the creases you've made with top coat. Just sort of really, what's the word? Put a lot of pressure down. Scrape it over it. There's another message. Now we're taking this blue. How amazing is this blue? Is this Take Me to Mykonos? And I'm taking an ombre brush, and we're going to ombre it down. Little strokes, almost patting it. And as you lift off from patting it, you're pulling down a bit. Just little patty pulls, patty pulls, patty pulls. And then we're going to cure it. Do I do a second coat? I'm not sure. My mind was getting confused by the blue tack under the nail, thinking that there was a, you know, it was a darker patch or something. But it was not. So we're going to cure that and then do something else. This nail in particular is inspired by Insatiable Nails. She's great. Have a look at her. Look for her on Instagram. Then we're using, is this Frosted Crystal? There's another message from Lara. And we're going to ombre this sort of into the other blue, but not too far down, because we want it to go from dark to light. And then we will cure that. I had the giggles about 4 seconds before I started recording, but I think I've calmed down. I think I've gone into professional mode. I'm joking. I don't really have I do have a professional mode when I'm writing letters of complaint or, you know, formal letters. Apart from that, there's another message. Apart from that, it's just cash. We're just cash around here, and that's how it's going to be. There's another message. Aspen Glam. Look at it. Look at. Then we're going to do an ombre. There's another message. We're going to ombre this down a little bit. There's another message. Is she having a laugh? Pictures of someone's haircut. Okay. So we're going to ombre this down. Glitter's super easy to ombre because it just kind of fades out by itself. You know, because the background isn't as opaque as a cream colour, because otherwise you wouldn't really see the glitters. So we'll cure that. There's another message. Oh my word. Write a full sentence, woman. It's not going to kill you. I had a row with the printer today. I put some paper in it and it had an absolute meltdown, and I was screaming at the printer like, fucking chill the out. I gave you a piece of paper. Didn't ask you to, recite pi to the trillionth number. You're a printer. I gave you a bit of paper. What are you doing? And then we're top coating. We're top coating. Sorry, this might be a bit of a rambly video, but I just don't care. I care about you lot. I just don't care about whether people think I'm annoying and rambly. We're taking the Nicole Diary stamping plate, which is from Born Pretty. Link and code in the description for discounts. And this MOU stamping polish and a Conad. I always thought that was a really funny name just because it sounds like gonad. Conad stamper, my original, never fails. Can't see through it, but that's fine because we're doing little things so we know we can see where we're putting them. Picking up some snowflakes, calming down, and then plonking them on the nail. And we're going to scatter a few over here. I woke up today. I woke up, I thought it was fine. And then turns out, no, having a super duper stressy day. Also happened to have just, so that'd be why. But everyone was against me today. By everyone, I mean the printer and my laptop. Stamping. When you stamp, work quickly and just roll the stamper on the stamping plate. I think I was pressing down quite hard. I was having a shaky day. Oh no, it was the next day. This nail this nail I did, and then the next day I did some more. So all the rest of them, my hands are all I was just having a weak shaky day. We're going to add some little dots because dots make everything better, and then we'll have a bit of top coat porn. Now, oh, it's gonna be so good. This glitter is so nice. Look. And then see, why was it buffed? Oh, I buffed it. I topped or base wiped and buffed, or topped and buffed, can't remember, after doing the glitter for two reasons. If I was going to put stamps over a glittery bit, it would, they wouldn't be smooth and flat because there'd be little grains of glitter under them. But also, we'd be able to see what we were doing better, and also just wanted a bit of top coat porn. So we buffed after doing the glitter. Topped and buffed. I think actually I base wiped and buffed. Legacy. So I've done all nails doing the icicle bit at the bottom. And now we're going to do a swirl or a curve and fill it in with red and cure. I feel like I was in the middle of talking to you about me being a bit of a stressy bitch today. But then I got the giggles and I can't remember why. Oh yeah, I just listened. Rosie was here the other day and we went live. I just found a recording of us. Would you like to hear a snippet? It's not pleasant. Okay, ready? Right, we're going to top coat the red area, just the red area. And where we make a mistake, we're going to clean it up. Ready? Won't play anymore. My singing's so good, they might mistake it for the real thing. That's what had me in the giggles. There's an entire 11-minute clip of us singing start to finish. We were absolutely exhausted afterwards because it was like jumping around, head banging, air guitaring, and at the end we were like, I can't breathe. But then we did it again straight away after. I went over onto the clear bit here, so I'm just wiping away because I don't want the top coat to be there. Although I'm going to cover that join with something, so don't stress too much. So we cured the top coat and we are chroming with this red Born Pretty chrome. I love this chrome. I thought I'd be, profesh and use whatever that thing is, applicator. Wasn't working as well, so just use the old phalanges. Much better. And I should have made sure that I finished my top coat on downward strokes, but I didn't. I was a sweeping stroke to go along with the curve, so that's reflected in the chrome. But we're going to put stuff over it anyway, so it's fine. And then we're going to top everything. There we go. Oh, look at that chrome. When you top it, it's like, ooh, look at me. So we'll top that and cure that. How is everybody? Are you okay? I've had some really nice messages from you guys recently, or comments, and I really appreciate them. I have been reading them all, giggling away to myself over some of them, shedding a tear over some of them because they're so sweet. But thank you for all of them. I do read them, I promise. We're taking bold white, and this brush is I think this is the Beginner Baddie from Ball Pit Nails. And we're going to follow the shape of the curve with the white. Because the reason I left white there instead, I put white there instead of leaving it the red, was because where we've got all the sort of crinkliness underneath, part of the red was reflecting on one of the crinkliness bits, and it was making it look like there was a random spot of red just under where the red ended, and we can't have that. So, dropped it, because they're sort of bottom heavy, so they weren't staying upright, so we need to fix that now. And we're going to take a glitter, not a white glitter that I normally use for this sort of thing at Christmas. Don't know why my voice is going. This is a sort of silvery white. So we're going to figure out how we can hold the nail, hold the spatula, and open the bag, and then move the bag with 2 hands. Sometimes you just need 3 hands with nails. And then we'll sprinkle it over and cure it, and then we can dust off. And then we'll do the same, working up. I'll show you another one, and then we'll jump a little bit. How amazing is that chrome? So good. Use here, when you're doing this bit, use the red between the 2 whites as your guide. So you've got one side of the red below where you're working, but you're making the top side of it. So I'm kind of focusing more on the shape I'm making the red stripe below what I'm painting. Does that make sense? I hope so. I don't know how else to explain it. Did I tell you about the new Madame Glam Perfect Rose Gold? I think I mentioned it in the last video. And it arrived today with Perfect Gold and Perfect Silver. I already had Perfect Gold, Perfect Silver, sorry. But it is low, so that was good. Wasn't expecting them in the post. It was quite a nice surprise. So I've got the Perfect Gold, Perfect Silver, and Perfect Rose Gold, which I'll show you in the next video. I'm just using a brush to fix up any little mistakes. This bit was looking a bit skinny, the red section, so we'll clean that up a bit. And then, all right, come on, Miss Pernickety. And then we will sugar. And then when you put this stripe in the lamp, some magic happens. So when you take it out, all the other stripes have been done as well. I know, it's a really good lamp. Should get another one. Is everybody prepared for Christmas? I have one more present to wrap. And I think I'm sorted. Got some booze to get. I'm thinking if I do want to drink on Christmas Day, I don't know if hopefully I'll feel jolly enough to want one. Then I'm thinking, I can't remember what it's called, but it tastes like a cherry bakewell. It's Prosecco, orange juice, and Di Serrano, and it's delicious. You just make a massive jug of it, a ton, and drink that. So I just need to get booze, and I kind of sorted. Right, we are dusting off, and then I didn't know what to add to this. It felt a bit, that's Larian, I felt like it was missing something, but I didn't know what, and if it was missing something, where are we going to put it? So I just left it. And now we're deciding between Santa's Treasure, which is from this year, or 24 carat, which is from last year. Their Christmas or Advent collections. I went for, oh, look at them. The one on the right's a bit darker but not hollow as well. And that's the one I'm going for because I'm going to want to put something on it and I think it will show up better. I wish I'd had perfect gold when I filmed this because that would have been perfect for this bit. But this is still absolutely stunning, this colour. So we're going to do a French. And I couldn't really see what I was doing because the blue tack kind of throws you off a bit. Trying to pretend it's not there and work on the, you know, you're painting on a clear thing. So it's okay if there's nothing, if it's see-through and you can see, you know where I'm going with this? Do I need to fumble my way through this sentence? So I kind of couldn't really see what I was doing, but also the gold is so blinding that was kind of stopping me from being able to clearly make out where my French was. So I just kind of hoped for the best. And thought that will do, whatever it is. So we're going to cure that and then top. Don't know if I did 2 coats, did I? If it needs a second, do a second. If it doesn't, don't. If it's on a person, I suppose, yeah, you would. And then so we're going to top it and then cure. And now we're going to take white gel paint and we're going to do icicles. So this point here, it's easier to see, so you can rectify, if you need to, the shape of your smile line. I don't think I was paying attention to the shape of it. I don't know if it's high on one side and low on the other. It'll do. And then we're just going to bring down some straight lines, but at an angle. You kind of want to go from like 12:30 for the small hand down to 6. So between 12 and 1 down to 6, just a very slight angle. Do we know I'm talking about a clock face? I think we do. And then do, you know, 11:30 small hand, or actually 11:30. Oh wait, 12:30 and what am I talking about? Yeah, 12:30 on one side, going from what the fuck am I doing? Just bring them down at an angle to make little V's and whisper them off at the end. When I try and think of a sort of way to describe it, and then I get a bit carried away. And I think, well, I know what I'm talking about. I really have to try and make sure other people do. But I think you know what I mean, you know? I think you do. I think you've been here long enough that you understand my nonsense. And I'm just making some of them a bit longer. I couldn't get them straight on the right-hand side. Maybe that's a lefty, the left-hand side I can. If you're right-handed, can you get straight lines easier on the right-hand side of the nail than the left-hand side? So I had to turn it upside down. I then did some icicles at the top. Didn't he like them? They looked the whole thing looked a bit beardy, you know, a bit hairy. So we're going to do a snowflake, but we're not going to do a dot in the middle because we're going to put something there later. So we're going to do the dots for our snowflake, and then we're just going to pull to the center and pull out, or pull out and then pull to the center. This is the ultraliner brush. It's hard to see because the gold is so shiny, which is why the snowflake's not fantastic. Some of the arms are all different lengths, but it's okay. And we're going to cover it with acrylic powder so that it shows up more. So that's what we're going to do with this. Just little wispy bits coming out. Use the dot as your palette and then pull out, and then we'll pull to the center. My hands are a bit shaky here, I think. This was my shaky day. I felt really like my legs were a bit shaky as well. Had myself a few Lebkuchen hearts and felt much better. Do you have Lebkuchen hearts where you are? Lebkuchen hearts. I dream about Lebkuchen hearts. I love them so much. I could eat like 50 bajillion of them. There's 2 in a pack right over there. And I'm trying my hardest to save them for when I have my hot chocolate later. I don't know. I can't, but I can 100% smell them. I can't smell them, but you know, I can imagine the smell. What's the nose version? What's the scent version for picturing it in your mind? I can, you know, smell a vision in my nose. Right, we're covering it with acrylic powder. and talking about Lebkuchen hearts. And then we're going to cure it. And then I thought, now the white icicles, see how that stands out more than if it was shiny. It would just be totally lost in the shine of the gold. So let's plonk a little crystal in there. One of these goldy, sort of dark gold ones. Batteries low, no. And then, I'm on the move. I'm not going to press pause. Whoa. Okay, didn't have to get off the bed. Champion. I'm going to go over all of this icicles now, because I just thought it would make more sense because we did it with the snowflake. And I hadn't cured the snowflake, so I was trying carefully not to get any of the powder on the bit of gel around that. Into the lamp we go. And that's that one. I know, I like it. But I think with all of these, apart from the blue one, which was a recreation, although I did add glitter, I feel like there's something that needs to be, but I don't know what. And now we are doing black. So we're going to ombre this down at tiny little patpools. And then letting it fade out. I think Votino sometimes uses black glass or black jelly to do the final bit of the fade. But I couldn't be asked with that. So I'm going to wipe my brush on my palette and just find a spot that's got room and wipe it on there. There's some green on my palette. You'll see why at the end. There's a bonus nail that didn't make the cut. So again, just wiping, because as I'm going down and trying to thin out the product, you want to get rid of some on your brush. So just wipe it off and then go back to where you were and carry on from there. But black's a tricky one to fade out. I wasn't that sort of stressed about it being a perfect fade though. Don't know why, just wasn't. And now we're taking Super Cateye, and we're going to do the same. We're going to cover all the black and then just quickly, simply, easily clean the brush. That's it, brush clean. Just drag it down and that fades out quite nicely over the black. And then we'll bring out the zhuzh. Zhuzh. But I wanted to move it because I want to see the black. So I'm going to push all the zhuzh to the center and try and get sort of a bit of a wiggle. And then we can cure it when we're happy. Bring out a little bit of a sort of, we want the wiggle line, but we want it to blur a bit. There we go. Into the lamp. And now we are taking top coat. And we're going to top coat everything. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. You know the snowman from the last video? And I said, what should we call him? I've picked a name out of your comments. It's amazing. I'll tell you in a sec. So we're using the Crystal Parade Zodiac Mine Silver crystals, which you don't see me use a lot because I don't want to, because they're so gorgeous. I don't ever want to not have them. So we are using one. Oh, they're so pretty. We're going to use one of those, or a few of those. We're going to use the Macart rhinestone glue and make a crescent moon shape. And then we're going to faff. The faffing starts now. Which is just spending time in ineffectual activities. I thought I faffed a lot longer than that. Maybe I'm getting better. But I do like to faff like a fucking champion. So we've got three. We've got a bigger one and then two smaller ones in a sort of C shape. And then we're going to put caviar beads at the side, at the joins between them on each side. And then we'll do a little triangle of caviar beads at the end of the small ones at the top and the bottom. Oh, maybe this is all the faffing. I think the faffing is when I get all of them on, because there's no point putting a crystal down and a caviar bead down and getting it exactly where you want it if you haven't got the rest of them on. Just get them on roughly where you want them, because they're all going to move when you add the next thing anyway, when you sort of poke it in. So get them roughly where you want them, and then you can faff about once they're all on and get them in the right place. Crystal beads are just a great big faff anyway. They should just be called faff beads. caviar beads even. They should be called faff beads. I think that's their new name. So the snowman, the melted snowman from the last set, Brenda Wilson, good surname, 9411 says, name the snowman Defrosty. That's my kind of dad joke. So he's called Defrosty, the snowman. Amazing. So now we're faffing, getting them how we want them, and then you can cure. And we're going to then do something else with crystals. I found something else funny. Oh, it was something I did. I cracked myself up recently. I'm sorry I'm not nailing this video. But you know, it's nearly Christmas. This is like the come in, watch a Christmas film and have some cake, then leave school early of my channel. You know, it's nearly Christmas. I'm just going to talk about what I want. But I will talk about nails now because we're doing one crystal, and then at 12, 3, 6 and 9 o'clock we're going to do a little triangle. So 2 next to the crystal and then 1 in between those to make a star. And then we can cure this stuff in place. What was I cracking up at the other day? Something I did. I crack myself up all the time. I find myself hilarious. But that's okay if you find yourself funny, because you have the same sense of humour as yourself. I've been, over the last year, I've been slowly gathering or purchasing things for gift bags for 2 of my friends for our friendiversary, a big friendiversary. So I've been just filling it with gifts and things. And I had to open one of the envelopes, and I tried to do it neatly. It wasn't happening, so I just ripped it open and then wrote this on the back of the envelope, and then just couldn't stop laughing at how funny I am. Oh, we're going to do some... I saw this online on Pinstagram. Pinterest. Instagram. On Pinterest. But like, it didn't have a net... You know, some bastard had cropped the picture. God forbid someone, you know, people should know who did this thing. But she'd done a little crystals and caviar beads like this, and then did dots here, and just pulled them out, and it just makes it look a bit sort of ornate and fancy pants and special. So we do that. The tiniest dots as close to the end of those caviar beads as you can, and then just pull them out a little, and suddenly you've got, it's just festive, isn't it? It's like a snowflake star. Should I have done some on the diagonals? No, because I was going for star, not snowflake. And then we're going to add 4 little dots, 12, 3, 6 and 9. Get them as small as you can and as close to each other as you can, and then pull out from each of those for a kind of festive star, because they do have a bit of a snowflake vibe to them. I know this isn't a particularly Christmassy nail, but I just had to get something cosmic on there. So that's that. We're going to do another one of those and then add some dots. Yeah, so I bought my friends each, one of them wears gold and one of them wears silver. So I got them gold and silver bracelets, but they're Morse code, so they're like little dots and dashes that spell out our 3 initials for our first names. So the one for Laura is the L is surrounded by the J and the B, and then the B is surrounded by the L and the J. I had to make sure that B and J weren't next to each other at any given point, because it's rude. And then it says 4 EVA in Morse code. Right, so this is a one. I love it. You can't see the blooming moon very well. Oh, there you can sort of see. And I tried to get the camera to focus on it, but I think my camera's easily confused. You know, it's like, well, you've got some squiggly tester. I was testing tinsel on my thumb. So it's like, do I focus on your hands? Do I focus on the little glassy bit? Do I focus on the cateye? Do I focus on the crystals? You know, is it too much to ask that it focuses on everything? I don't think so. Now we're going to do white, bold white, and fade it down. Do you want to know what else I put in their gift bags? There's a photo frame in the shape of the Friends peephole yellow frame. Oh, look at this. This is Christmas Eve sky. This is from this year's is this, yeah, this is this year's advent calendar. Look, it's reflective. So we're going to fade that down a bit at the top as well, and then cure. So there's the friends frame, and I've put an assortment of pictures of us three that they can put in it. I've put one in there. It's a pair of friends socks each. There's some friends. It's kind of heavily friends based. Some friends little lip balms in the shape of a coffee mug. And some bath salts, little sort of test tube looking things of bath salts. A key ring with a little jellyfish that says, if you were stung by a jellyfish, I would totally pee on you. What else was in there? I think I took a picture. The bath salt. Oh yeah, Impulse. Oh, was it Impulse 02? I mean, if the 90s had a smell, it's Impulse 02. So I found it online, and it's called, how to make you feel old, it's called Throwback. It's a throwback scent. Retro. Jeez. So yeah, I just thought that'd be quite funny to have. And then the bracelets. And I wanted to add like snacks from the 90s, but didn't think of it until the other day when I had to post them. So it was too late. Right, we are going to stamp again. So we're going to try and make these, we're going to put these over the blend area. So it kind of looks like they're coming out of the white. You could, if you wanted, and I thought about this while doing it, but obviously didn't do it. Thought about it and then instantly forgot. Could then put a bit more of the bold white and fade it down over the snowflakes, or do the snowflakes first before doing the bold white and fade it over them. But I you know, there's multiple ways to have done this. So we're adding the snowflakes and then didn't know what to do again. Looks nice how it is, but is it missing something? So when in doubt, just put a line of crystals at the top. And that will solve all the problems. All the world's problems. Except when I was stamping, the polish I was using was nearly empty and was like all gloopy. And I found that I had a new white polish, the same brand. And I tried to use it, but it was a lot thinner because it was not new and all gloopy. But when I scraped, it was just leaving smears no matter how much I scraped. And then when I picked the image up, the polish was still really wet. So it was completely smeared on the stamper. And even trying to stamp it, when I did sort of get it not so smeary, it was still wet. So when I squished it onto the nail, it just slid and smeared the whole thing. So I don't know whether that stamping polish is too thin, but it's the same brand as the other one. So I went back to using my old gloopy one. So I don't know how to rectify that. Just let it age a bit, maybe. Let it ripen. But hopefully it'll work next time. But that's the thing with stamping, you know, it can work and then just not work at all. And it's like frustrating as heck. You know, you do exactly the same thing and expect, it's not crazy, because crazy is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Well, not crazy, whatever the word is. But I was doing the same thing and expecting the same results and getting different results. It was very frustrating. I'm going to do this under them. See what I mean? Don't put a lot of product, because we don't want to fill in and lose all our, you know, if we filled that all in with gel, you'd lose all the creases because it's clear and clear and clear, you'd just see clear. And that is that one. The snowflakes are a bit more visible in real life. And I probably should have done them before doing the white ombre, but there you go. We're going to rush through a bonus nail now. It didn't make the cut because I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't think it was that good. But we're using something Noel and then Shamrock Glow. Fadey, fadey, fade. Imagine how quick the videos would be if I just did them all like this. These are kind of shorts type videos. But we like longs over here, don't we? We'll sit down, have a chat, catch up. We mat it with Teflon matte Votinos. Did some curvy lines for tinsel, chromed them. Thought, let's get some stars in here. Stars are the best. Chromed those. Then topped. I think because the background, it's the same with the gold one. Because the background is very reflective, you sort of can't see clearly very much of what's on it. Oh, and I'd zoomed out to show these crystals and didn't zoom back in, so it was all blurry anyway, that bit. So I plonked some crystals on there. Silver ones didn't show up very well. I was going to do red, silver, red, silver. So that one didn't make the cut. Little tree. That's quite cute though. Should it have made the cut? What do you think? These are the ones that did make the cut. Which one is your favourite? Oh, I don't know which one's mine. See, I love the cosmic vibe, but the blue one, so pretty. And the candy cane one, oh, I like them all, I think. Which is very rare for me to say, isn't it? I hope you like them. Let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. Or they're all having their moment to the left under the flash. I'm sure I'll speak to you again before Christmas. I might even go live to do one of my hands when I paint my nails. Don't know. If I do, it will be the night before Christmas Eve. It's not a guarantee. It's just a thought I had. I appreciate you being here so much. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm running late again. Why does that keep happening? I could squeeze it all in. In fact, I did squeeze it all in, but it was so fast that I annoyed myself, so I did it slower. Okay, bye.